And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Cancer for the whole of 2017. You will know, those of you that watch me regularly, that 2016 was a pretty difficult year for most Cancerians. I'm afraid to say that 2017 is not going to be quite as difficult, but it's still going to be a pretty difficult year, at least the first quarter to half of it. And before you start bitching or moaning about why am I always picking on Cancer, remember, I'm a Cancerian too. It's been a year so far of challenge and difficulty, and now as we get on the cusp of a new year, I'm afraid to say that at least for the first few months of 2017, the pressure, the challenges and the unpredictability is going to continue, at least until probably halfway through the year. Now, you can complain all you like, but that won't help. The best thing you can do is you can either metaphorically pull your shell over your head, hide under the blankets and sort of wait it out, or you can get out there and you can get stuck in. If you can make achievements happen in the first 6 months of this year that are born of hard effort, they will become strong and stable for the long-term future. So if you're going to do anything substantial over this year, especially in the first 6 months, then do it properly or don't do it at all. I feel like a headmaster. From September onwards, the pressure gradually eases. And certainly 2018 will be a much lighter year. Maybe not easier, but certainly lighter. The high point of 2017 will be when Mars is in your sign. And that's going to happen during June, July, but we'll come to that. So let's have a look at some of the specific issues during July, because most of the planets are giving you some interesting influences. Pluto, for example, is opposite the Sun all year of those of you born from the 9th to the 11th of July. And if you're one of these people, then there is a need to watch out for subversive behaviour, either coming towards you or possibly from you. The negative side of this is intensity and obsession. There's certainly an element of purging and cleansing and in-depth detoxing at all levels. But there's also a great deal of potential psychological growth and wealth happening as well, if you're not scared to go into your own personal dark spaces and bring out the power that lies within. Neptune is actually bringing a sense of empathy, sensuality, artisticness, aestheticism into a number of your lives, particularly those of you born from about, say, the 3rd through to the 6th of July. And this is a nice energy for you people. You're going to find yourself becoming more and more refined and sophisticated, and or attracting that type of energy from people around you. Uranus in the first quarter of the year, first 4 months of the year, is still continuing to bring a degree of unpredictability and change into the lives of those of you born from, say, the 13th to the 16th of July. And from April onwards, he's going to particularly affect those of you born from the 17th to the 20th of July in ways that can easily pull the rug from underneath your feet and send things spinning, but also bring a lot of stimulus and independence, freedom and liberty. Saturn, I can feel a number of you cringing when I say that word. Saturn is not touching Cancer over this coming 12 months, at least not until mid-December. You've got enough to deal with, you don't need Saturn. Jupiter is overly influencing those of you born after the 5th of July. Right the way through to September, and there's a number of situations which can be getting out of proportion, over the top or larger than life, particularly incidentally during January and February, possibly March, after which things will die down a little bit. However, Jupiter moving into another water sign of Scorpio from mid-October onwards is going to bring a lot more growth and expansion into a number of your lives, particularly those of you born before the 8th of July. And from October onwards, I'm a lot happier for all of you, stroke us. The Cancer full moon is on the 12th of January. The Cancer new moon is on the 24th of June. Mercury will spend a very brief period of time in Cancer this year. It enters Cancer on the solstice around the 21st of June, and it will leave on the 6th of July. Venus again will only be in Cancer briefly from the 31st of July through to the 26th of August. Mars will spend about 6 or 7 weeks in Cancer from the 4th of June through to the 20th of July. And this is the time to get things done at a physical level. If there's anything you want to use your physical energy in, this is the best time to initiate it. This year, it's not going to be quite as difficult as 2016, although the first 3 months of 2017 do hold quite a degree of unpredictability and stimulus stroke challenge. From April onwards, things do begin to level out, and from September onwards, there's actually quite a degree of growth. So the year gets better and better. I'd love to tell you it's all going to be sweetness and light, but that's not the case. Big thank you to all those Cancerians who have helped me over this last 12 months, particularly with your donations. It's people like you who help people like me keep going, and I will continue to pump out as much free astrology as I possibly can. It keeps the world going, and without people like you guys, I wouldn't be able to do it. So thank you for all your help. And I wish all of you, all Cancerians, a Happy New Year, and I'm sure I'll speak to most of you again, if not all of you, in the very near future. Take care, folks. Bye.